It's so crazy. Oh, my mic is working. I'm trying to figure out. Don't even. Yo, at Google, stop. Yo, what's really good? University of Miami Hurricane football. Facebook Alarms are 1219 AK Hurricanes. So Harlem Hurricanes. So back in the mother freaking building. This is my new daily driver. Just something simple. Just something simple. And the reason for that is I'm sending out prayers to my brother Jay Blaze, who's going through a few things. You know, his father's been sick, his mother's been sick. Um, they're both elderly up in age, and just sending my prayers and my shout out to my brother Jay Blaze, who gave me this probably about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So this is my new daily driver. This is what I'm going to wear every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Flat out, this is what I'm gonna wear every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So this is my new daily driver. Um, Besides that, I want to thank each and every one of you guys who helped me out, when it came to doing something that I really need to take care, that I really needed to do, and so I want to thank everybody who assisted me in that, man. Everybody, I want to thank each and every one of you guys because without you guys, man, I would not have been able to do what I did. So thank you guys so much. It's truly appreciated. And we're gonna move on from there. Oh, and big shout out to Billy Wilson, um, with the gift for $5,000. That's a huge gift, man. So big shout out to Billy. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the game. I'm gonna get to what I saw. I'm gonna get to what I saw, and the stream key. This the I think I already have it. The stream key is in the chat. Is at the top of the chat. So if anybody wants to get on, whenever you want to get on, you can get on. It's at the top of the chat. But if we get a lot of people in, I'm not gonna hold people in. I'm not gonna let people stay in forever. Um, and that's how we're gonna do it. We have 8 in the chat. Somebody asked me to do a live stream today, and I'm doing a live stream today, and we only have 8 people in the chat right now. This is kind of disappointing, to be honest with you, because somebody asked me to do a live stream, and Uncle Lou, serious, are you that obsessed with me? Like the other day, you find out when people purchase things, he purchased like 10 dislikes for my video and then made a comment on it from his page. So it is Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou, I don't talk about you. I don't bother you. I'll let that go. Be a grown man. Let it go, bro. If you really have that much of a problem with me, then when you see me, handle your business. Other than that, man, let it go. Like serious. Had to get that out of the way. You're doing this for so long, you tend to make enemies, especially people like myself. Cane Juice, how you like that chain? Them Canes, how you like that chain? JP, I appreciate it. Them Canes, I appreciate the donation. Hurricane Logan, I appreciate you, my brother. Um, let me see if I can share this out because I can promise you it's not going to be a long show if we don't get some people in the chat. It's not going to be a long show tonight. So I'm gonna post this out right now. You know what I'm saying? Do one more share. All right, I'm done. I'm done. All right, so I'm gonna give my opinion on how I feel about the game last night. The score was pretty close to what I thought it was going to be. I said the score was going to be 35-24. I mean, to me, that's pretty close. It was 31-30. Had a guy say, "Zoe, there's no way Miami's going to be able to keep NC State under 30 points." But they were not able to keep them under 30, but they scored 30. So I'm happy with that. Um, I'm also happy with the victory. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely more like they showed grit last night. They showed heart last night. Um, still some mistakes, still some mistakes. By the coaching, still some mistakes by the players. But overall, you know what I'm saying. The number 18th ranked team in the country, and coming into town with all the turmoil and the close losses, and they actually um they actually showed up. They actually showed up and they won a football game with a quarterback right now that is red hot. Like and we're going to talk about Tyler Van Dyke. We're going to talk about this kid because I doubted this kid. I doubted this kid. Let's just be straight up honest with you. I did not think. At first, I was with him. After the spring game, I jumped off the bandwagon. Right now, I'm back on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? Um, so so this is how we going this is how we going to do it. This how we going to do it. Um, Coaching, when it came to coaching, I don't think they really got too conservative. I think the playbook was pretty much opened up. I don't think that like a lot of the guys that play like Rooster and even TVD, they don't understand the whole playbook. But one thing I can see is I have seen development on the offensive line. That's the one position that I've seen development on. Some people may disagree with me. I seen it when Cam was playing; they were running, but Rooster's a different animal. And I have to give you guys that. Rooster is just—he's a different animal. He has just a little bit more wiggle and a little bit more speed. Not as much power, but he hits the hole a little bit faster than Cam does. And hey, Rooster is definitely a different dynamic in that offense. Charleston Rambo and those receivers, they're catching footballs now. So all of the receivers are catching footballs now. Um, the young tight end, I can't remember his name, but and Will Mallory, they're playing very well at tight end. So on the offensive side of the ball, man, um, the offensive side of the ball, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You can't satisfy everybody. Like Kane Juice just said, the offense is still off. Let me tell me, what am I? Turn the TV off. I don't need nothing popping up getting copywritten. I don't need to get copywritten for nothing. Um, I like what I see from the offense. I don't Kane Juice. Maybe you're offensive coordinator or something. Maybe you know more about football than I know. But I like what I saw from the offense. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect, but it. See what we can't look at like that's what I say about we have to look at each game and judge each game. Each game is getting better. Each game is getting better. Like each game on the offense side of the ball is getting better. So if the offense is still off, I'm okay with that. I'm not judging whether or not the offense is great or if they're an elite offense. What I'm judging is the offense is getting better. And the offense is getting better. We put up 31 points. NC State only gave up 17 points 2 times in the season, and the second time was to us. They have a very good defense with a lot of veterans, so the offense is getting better. I don't, I mean, I can't criticize something that's getting better. Even the defense. There was still a couple of missed tackles yesterday. There was some blown coverages yesterday. But the defense, they're tackling better. And these are the things that I want to see. So, Pete, there was a lot of pressure under Manny Diaz, deservedly so. There was a lot of pressure under Manny Diaz. But I have to give it to him. Even though we lost the last couple of games, those games were games that the teams were in the teams were in. I mean, the team was in both games. We definitely could have won last week if it wasn't for that fluke tip. You know what I'm saying? Pass interception. You know what I'm saying? We could have took it to overtime, but I thought we could have won on that drive. There was a man wide open in the middle of the end zone. I called that. That's why he threw that ball. And Manny Diaz, and I went back and looked at it, and Manny Diaz actually said it in his press conference that you can come. The stream key is in the top of the chat, Logan. You can come in and talk about it, but no, I didn't see it. But they played tremendously better. Let's just be honest. They played tremendously better. They've gotten better every week. So as much as I've been critical and ready to fire Manny Diaz, which I'm still on. He's still on the hot seat for me. I'm ready for him to go. But I have to also say that these close losses that we had, right? They're not moral victories. But I can go back to that 10. I can go back to that when we started 10-0. I can go back to that season. I can go back to that season when we started 10-0, and when we started 10-0, I can go back to that season where hey, get the background noise out. Get the background noise out. I can go back to that season we started 10-0, and I said that we were not a 10-0 team. We weren't a 10-0 team. Even though we started 10-0, we were not a 10-0 team. Our offense was not. They only had one good game, and that was against Notre Dame. Right now, we are 3-4. I don't think we're a 3-4 team. I think we should be better. But at the same time, I thought our offense should have been way better with that 10-0 team. And it came and it crumbled. This a build. I think the last 2 games were a building block with Tyler Van Dyke and the way the offense is moving the ball, which is a lot better for me, and with the way the defense is starting to tackle better. They're not losing containment as much. Like I said, building blocks. They're not losing containment as much. They're still not perfect, but it's definitely something to grow on. Kingsbound, what's going on, man?
What's good, though? How
I
you?
think I'm good, my brother. What's going on with you?
I got a question. You think Knighton fits his offense better? The way
I
he's looking, it looks like.
I don't think he fits the offense better. What you got in the background? Whatever you got in the background, cut that for me. I don't see. I don't think he fits his offense better. No, I think that Cam. I think both of them fit the offense the same. I just think Cam has been hurt a lot. He's played way more. He has way. You got to realize 2 straight seasons he was the only guy carrying the football. I also think that when you compare whether or not Knighton is better for this offense, I think Tyler Van Dyke is making Knighton better because I think if Knighton was in there with De'Aaron King, it would be the same story because De'Aaron King cannot stretch the ball downfield. See, people don't listen to what I say when I talk about football. When you have a quarterback that can stretch the ball downfield, do you see how many times that Tyler Van Dyke has thrown the ball down the middle of the field and hit receivers open in the middle of the field, right? In the middle of the field. You know what that does? That backs up the linebackers and safeties. Compared to Derek King, who only rolls to one side of the field and either do a read option where he runs or he hands the ball to Cam or whoever back there. And now there's no the linebackers and safeties are right there. There are 9 men, 8, 9 men in the box. There aren't 8, 9 men in the box right now. So there are more lanes for Knighton to get through.
Yeah, well,
Well,
Knighton
the
was
big
like a
thing
game
too is
changer.
the way Van Dyke handles the RPOs is amazing, and he doesn't just sit there and throw the ball in a Knighton's hand and then he gets slammed. His
And
decision making on the RPOs is the key difference between him and King.
and that's what I'm trying to explain to Canes bound. I mean, you can say that Knighton's better, but you can't prove that because he's not playing with King, and King can't. I told you choose the pass to open up the run game. Knighton is not running against an 8 and 9 man front. He's running against a 5, 6 man front. He's not running against an 8, 9 man front. He's not outnumbered.
Yeah, I see what you're
There-
saying though, but when Knighton touches the ball though, it's just a different gear. He's a better athlete, more explosive.
I understand. I said all of that, but when he played with King, he was not getting these big runs that he's getting right now. And I can
I
tell you,
don't
and
think he
I
played with
time
King
out.
though.
He played with King a little bit last year.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. He did. He
Exactly, and
did.
he was not getting those big runs last year. He wasn't,
Well,
and he got hurt playing with King.
the big thing too is if you pay attention, the way Cam when he doesn't get the ball, Cam makes his blocks. Knighton's still struggling on that, and I think that comes with youth. But I will say also, as soon as he touches the ball or even the ball snapped, Knighton is just 100 miles an hour right away.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, but
he
that,
got to
but
get
that, but
bigger
that,
though.
but that's what got him hurt last year. Was playing with King and getting hit as soon as he gets the ball. And if you can't get going, then how do you make a play if you can't even get going?
Hey, so I'm gonna say this: I'm not that impressed with Cody Brown right now. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I know it's very limited, but he just don't look explosive, bro. He don't.
You have to give. You have to listen. You have to give. How old is Cody Brown?
I don't know, 18, 19.
All
I
right,
was
then. So
no, I'm just saying, like this difference in niggas. Like of course, Knighton is faster, but Cody Brown just looks slow.
well, I
Like
mean,
I know you seeing what I'm seeing, though.
maybe he looks slow because he doesn't understand the playbook. Maybe he looks slow because though he's not. This whole coaching staff has looked slow.
I think Cody Brown's the kind of kid that'll get a year under his belt in college and then progress.
I want to
Like
see
we
some dad, man.
Well, you said that's the thing about it is this is what I said about Hurricane fans last night. I'm not talking about you, but this is what I said. This is what I said about Hurricane fans last night. We dog players before we even give them opportunity to prove that they can play. We expect 18-year-old kids to come in here and be world beaters year one. That's what I hate about it. That's what I hate about watching recruiting. This is why I've never gotten into recruiting. This is why I can't get into recruiting because the fan base puts too much on these kids. You answer this question. Your first day on your job or your first year on your job, you think you're that good?
Oh, nah, you got to get better over time. You got to
Exactly.
develop.
So you're not going to let him develop?
I'm just
Well, then
talking.
again, too, it comes
I'm
with the
talking about
Hold,
bill. I mean,
speed, bro. I'm talking about
you
speed.
have a
hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. I'm in a conversation with. I'm gonna let you. Hold on for a second. I don't care about. Like I said, it's not about the speed. He has the speed, but
I'm
maybe
not
he's not.
seeing it.
Would you? If you going, are you going to let me finish? You let me finish. Like I said, if he's not understanding the playbook, he's going to be hesitant. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like I understand 100% what you're saying though, but Zoe, you know it's players that when they touch the ball, they just lighten in the bottle. They got that.
But it's also they might understand the playbook more to where they can be light in the bottle. Like I said last year, you think about it. You think about it. You gave Russo a whole year with this offensive playbook, right? Last year he got hurt. He showed a couple flashes, but not too many because he got hurt because he played with King. This year he had a whole off season with the playbook to study it. Last year with the playbook to study it. This year you're seeing it. Last year you couldn't see it because he got hurt. So what if he get hurt again this year? Are you gonna say now he's injury prone? Are you gonna say that?
I mean, I said that about Cheney because, like I said though, at the
I'm
end
just
of
saying
the,
that. Are you gonna say that about Knighton though?
I mean, yeah, if you
Knighton
keep
is
getting
young.
hurt,
But the thing about it is Cheney got hurt. Who was the quarterback when Cheney got hurt?
King,
Who was the quarterback when Knighton got hurt?
King,
Who was the quarterback when Cam got hurt?
King.
So do me a favor. Stop talking to me. Like seriously, I'm messing with you, but for real, this is what I'm saying. Like look at the way the lanes, everything opens up better now for these guys.
Yeah, but Cheney, he got hurt in high school too. Like he just keep, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody he got injured, he didn't get hurt. Everybody gets hurt. You know, you playing football, you're gonna get hurt. But what I mean is when this offense opens up, it helps the offense. And Weston just said it like this: Cody Brown's a north south runner.
But
You
why are we running north south? We don't get no yards when we go up the middle. That's what I'm
you
saying.
have to you have to go. We do get more yards when we go up the middle. When the
We
offense is
don't.
spread, we got yards yesterday up the middle. What are you talking about? We got yards yesterday up the middle.
For the majority of the season, that dive up the middle is not working.
You're not
Ashton
hitting.
keeps calling it.
First of all, hold on. The dive didn't work up the middle because they were expecting the quarterback to do the same thing. When you have a quarterback that can stretch the field, that opens up your run game in the middle.
I keep saying the same thing. I'm not understanding. People do not. It's like people just see the tackle. They don't see the play. Like I said, when you have 8, 9 men, when your linebackers are so close to the line of scrimmage, and you still got to be honest. But when you had a limited quarterback, it's different. The dive up the middle did work this year. It worked ever since TVD been that quarterback has worked. It hasn't worked every play, but no dive works every play. But it has worked this year ever since TVD been that quarterback. They've been running the ball up the middle very successful this year. The offensive line has looked very successful this year. You know why? Because Tyler Van Dyke gets the ball out of his hand. How many times was Van Dyke sacked yesterday? How many times did he get sacked yesterday?
Shit, not too many. I tell you that.
You know what? You know why I say it annoys me that I don't get. I looked at Coach Hayes' chat last night. He had 600 in the chat. I know it's a Sunday. I can't get 60 in the chat no more.
Because you keep it too real, though.
That shit annoys me though. If it annoys me because I said it over and over and over again. When you get a quarterback that can see over the middle and it backs the defense up, it's gonna open up the run game. And what has happened? What has happened?
Playbook is open up now. Like,
but I said this.
Nah, facts. You've been saying this for the longest. But Zoe, the reason why you don't get that many viewers in the whatever, because you keep it too real. People hate the truth, and you gonna speak your mind regardless. You just want them dudes that keep it 100. A lot of people don't like that.
Now I can tell you this right here, man. It's not just keep it 100 though. When do I be wrong? How about that? When am I wrong about it though? It's not just about keeping it 100. When am I wrong? And that's my whole thing is that and then another thing is I do something nobody else do too. I let the callers play. I let people come into the chat all the time.
Yeah, that's
all the time.
That's
I let people come in all the time.
You and T2Y the only ones that do that. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm telling you, man. It gets to the point sometimes where I'm like, fuck it. What's the purpose of keep doing this? And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I realized that shit when I had to go through what I had to go through this week. I would rather work overtime. I would rather remodel cars and do that shit than sometimes do YouTube videos for Miami because if I can't make any money doing this, then it's not worth me doing it. It's not just it's a passion. No, everybody who does this for financial gain as well.
Hey, so let me ask
Period.
you a question. You remember we were driving, right? We was in the red zone. Did we run the ball 3 straight times?
I
And
can't remember. I
I
can't
think it was
remember.
like the third. I think it was like the fourth quarter, whatever. And the crowd just started booing.
That was in the end of the first. That was at the end of the first half.
Okay, okay.
That was at the end of the first half when we went down when they scored and then we got the ball and we just sat on the ball and the crowd started booing like I don't give a fuck if the crowd boo because I've been saying this shit. Now, I, I don't give a fuck about the crowd
How you
because
feel about?
I've been saying the same shit.
Nah, it's a fact. How you feel about James Williams? That dude be coming downhill like a seeking missile, man. I
That's
love
our
the way
best
he
player
play.
on the team.
Yeah, he looking like it.
But you know how I feel. I feel like he's playing good football. I'm not. You know why I ain't getting too high on him. You know why
Cause
I ain't gonna get too high on him because as soon as he have a bad season, y'all gonna treat him like y'all treat Bubba Bolden. Who gonna be a first round draft pick?
nah, he definitely not gonna be no first round
What?
draft pick, though.
Well, he might not be. We'll see.
Joe, he
Uh,
hasn't done nothing since the Clemson game since that blocked field goal
uh,
last. Though.
okay, but you know, but he also been hurt too.
Hell,
He got he has first round. He has first round grade talent grade.
That's a fact. But
So
production wise, no.
because no, all right, the man been playing hurt. Mo been playing hurt, and he's still out there giving the fans his all, and the fans shit on him.
No,
It just amazes me. It amazes me, man. Like it amazes me. Because if he turns it around next game for the rest of the put away, he turn around the rest of the game for the rest of the season, he'll be a first round draft pick, right? The man's been playing hurt. We know he's been playing with a hurt shoulder. We know this.
but
We know
Zoe, this is a production based world, though. We don't care about what you did a year ago for
that's
4 games. We
that's
care about what are you doing now.
that's the
That's the
whole
only
point.
thing.
And so you don't care if he hurt. You don't care if he injured. You don't care if
But,
he
but
out there
why is
getting
he in there if he's hurt and injured?
because I mean I'm just saying.
And I see what you're saying, though, but Zoe, come on, let's get
This is what I'm saying. All right, this is what I'm saying. How many games you go to?
I go to 2 due to my schedule a
Okay,
year.
it's a production business. They need fans in the stadium. They don't get fans in the stadium to get money. It's a production business. It's
Yeah, but
production.
he's a
No,
player. He's not
he-
producing on the field. He
I,
don't.
I understand he's not producing on the field, but the way the fans is killing him and talking about him right now is disrespectful. And if I was a player, if I was a elite 5-star player, I wouldn't even consider Miami. I wouldn't even consider Miami.
go look at
This,
James.
this is the only fan base that I look at on Twitter. That's why I don't even use my Twitter account no more. This is the only fan base that I look at on Twitter that kills their players. I mean, destroys them. I would not consider Miami in my top 5. I could have went to Miami, New Orleans. There's no way I would tell my child not to go.
I'm just
Because
disappointed in Bowden, Zoe, because I know
it,
what he's capable of doing.
it's not the
He
point.
did it last year for 4 games.
It's not the point of being disappointed. It's the point of the way we as a fan base destroy the players. We destroy this. We destroy their psyche. We destroy their ego. Like, have you been on Twitter?
I don't even go on Twitter, bro.
Huh?
I just be on Instagram, bro. I don't
Maybe
go on
I ain't
Twitter.
coming out there. Well, you be on Twitter, Logan. How you feel about the way it's done now?
So I actually, for anyone who does follow me, which isn't many, and I can care less, but I changed up my Twitter, to be honest. I don't really.
I'm saying, but
I got away from the whole hurricane football, man, because there's just a lot of hypocrisy in the Twitter world. I feel like, like people defend certain players, but then they go after other players like King. I definitely will say, especially with the young man like King and what he's been through, what he's lost, and a father. People go after King just as much, but then sit there and say don't go after the players. It's just hypocrisy. So I don't really follow that anymore at all, honestly. I just watch the game on Saturday and hope that we win.
so I thought we was here because we love our team. I don't know what you mean by that, King Juice. I have no idea
I
what you
mean,
mean
so
by.
like I'm gonna keep it 100. Like after that last game, like North Carolina, Virginia, I fell back. I'm gonna watch the games though, but with Manny as the head coach, I just started like falling back slowly but surely. I still love my Canes, but it's like I gotta fall back because I don't,
I
feel
remember.
me?
I remember Canes bound on when I was talking about it last year, and you was a De'Aaron King fan too, Canes bound. Remember,
You said I
remember.
wasn't. I don't even think I was reading your chat last year though, bro.
You wasn't. I
Nah, I
thought it
was. I
must have been
wasn't that
somebody else.
active on YouTube like that. I mean,
Were you? Were you? What? Were you a king? Were you a king? Were you a king apologist?
nah. I wanted Jake Garcia from the get
No,
go.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about last year. Were you a king apologist when Jake Garcia wasn't there? Because I thought honestly Perry should have started last year and this year and finished out and gave the reins over to Van Dyke or Garcia. I think we'd have had a better season this year. To be honest with you. I think we'd have had a way better season. Um,
At this point, I don't know who. When you got
but
Manny as the head coach, you know what I mean?
oh yeah, Manny's definitely a problem. And I'm about to get off because we got 43 people on, so I'm not 42 people on. I'm not staying on too long. That is just not happening. Like,
I'm not surprised though. In some ways, and you're gonna probably hammer me for saying this, and I'm sure everyone else will, but in some ways, I really do feel bad for Manny because he was a great defensive coordinator, and he obviously wasn't ready to be a head coach, and that goes back into the hiring process. The last few coaches that we've had, but when you saw Cameron Kitchens last night make that open field tackle to seal the game, and you just saw the emotion with him and the players, it's kind of upsetting to not really upsetting, but it's just it sucks to see someone in that position who shouldn't be. And I don't really know everything down to the roots, but I do think that he cares about the program and is trying his best in a sense. I'm not trying to be no Manny apologist and all that trolling that y'all do, but seriously,
I don't think I think I overlooked a lot of things that Manny did. I think the his first season was his best season as a defensive coordinator, and each season got worse. But I was so stuck on Mark Richt that I wasn't paying attention to Manny. I was so stuck on Mark Richt that I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention to Manny. So I think that I think that let me see. I know I talked to somebody. I talked to a player. I'm not going to get a player's name out, but I talked to a player that's on the roster right now. I talked to him the other day. Not going to say a name. Not going to say nothing. But I talked to a player that's on the roster right now, and this player flat out said, "I'm just being honest with you, that Manny flat out only plays who he likes." He said Manny controls the offense, defense, and special teams. He said he controls every part of it, and there were actual fights in the locker room last year and this year because the favorites versus, and he didn't say seniors or freshmen or whatever. He just said flat out favorites that he likes, that he gets along with. So there's a clique of Manny guys that walk around the locker room and do whatever they want to do, and then there's the rest of the team. And he says it's been like that since Manny's been the head coach. This is what I was told. This is what I
This
was told.
program is dead, though. That's why
The
everybody
program,
really
the, the
falling back.
program, the
This
program
shit is
isn't
dead.
dead.
it
The
ain't dead.
program
This
isn't
shit.
dead. Coach Hayes
I
had
mean,
five
it's a
hundred.
wash. That's a
Coach
fact.
Hayes
It is
had
a wash.
Coach Hayes had almost 600 in his chat last night. The program, how that's dead. You got more Miami Hurricane YouTubers than any other YouTube
Nah,
channel.
that's a
And I
fact though.
started.
Cause this shit is.
If it,
I
if,
don't know,
if,
bro.
if it was, where you from, bro? You say you from up north. Where you from?
From Jersey.
You from Jersey, Brick City, Red Man, all that
Nah,
shit.
I'm about 40 minutes from North.
I know about. I'm from Harlem, so I know about Jersey. Um, program isn't dead. They gave people who they wanted, bro. I mean, everybody wanted Rick. Everybody wanted Rick. What y'all wanted Rick?
I mean, he had us number 2 for a week, but I mean,
He had us number two. Manny had you number two.
Oh, man.
Nah, we was number 2 at Pitt, and then we lost with Rick.
No, Manny had you number 2 though, because the defense is what did it. Offense didn't do shit that year. Nothing. They had one good game. That was against Notre Dame.
We legit had a championship defense, and we did not have a championship offense, bro.
We had our offense was ranked in like the 70s.
And Manny was pissed on the sideline of
I'm just saying,
at the offensive calls and shit. I don't know.
So I'm just saying, like, so Manny had you 2. Rick didn't have you 2. But guess what? Al Golden had you in the top 10 as well.
Boy.
Huh? Al Golden got a better record than Manny at Miami than Manny. I don't know if it's better than Rick, but I know he got one better than Manny.
Yep. 19-11, first 3 seasons.
So, I mean.
Oh, yeah, that's when we had Jaquan Johnson. And who players were those? Who recorded Jaquan Johnson?
Al Golden.
I mean, hey, those are his
Al
players.
Al Golden had us the number 18th in the country. Is what I'm saying. Like, we was ranked top 10 in the country when Al Golden was the coach. So I'm gonna let one off. I got one coming on. Hey, Kane, but I'm gonna let you off because
Hey, no, you're good. I'm gonna jump out of here. I got some stuff to take care of today.
All right. I know you had Kane 1 second. Hey, Kane, but I'm gonna let you on too. Cause I'm gonna talk. Man against the grain. Gonna talk a little bit.
I got you. All right, bro.
All right.
What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? You don't show your face no more, man.
Nah, man, not on this one, bro. I'm gonna just do the little audio thing.
Oh man, that's sad, man. You can't. All right. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. What you thought about the game?
I thought it was a solid victory. I thought besides that muff punt, I thought all three phases were solid. I'm not gonna say they were great, but I'm gonna say they were solid. TVD is definitely who you said he was always. I fell off his bandwagon when he again in the West Nine game. I still think Jake Garcia would be a better quarterback in my opinion, but I also think that Jake would have to beat him out, and that's gonna be
it's getting harder and harder.
Bro, that's gonna be tough because it's
gonna be an uphill battle.
It's not just his play that I'm looking at from TVD. I'm looking at his heart that I didn't get a chance. You don't get to see that. You don't get to see that until into that end game. You see what I'm saying? When he cried on the sideline last week, that was it for me. I said, this kid, he wants it. And if Jake Garcia came back today or next year, I don't think Jake Garcia, I'm not, listen, I can flip flop when I don't see somebody play. You see what I'm saying?
I think Jake would go somewhere else and look like a superstar, like that he's always supposed to be. But I don't think he could beat TVD out, man.
And I'm not saying I'm not gonna say he can or can't. I'm just saying, like, this guy is not just the way he played, it's the way he cares, bro. You know what I'm saying? He cares about making mistakes. He is different with him. Like it's really different. Like he has the heart of he definitely has the heart of a champion. Didn't even think he could run like the way he's running, man. Like that's crazy.
So did Mallory not look good in the passing game?
I'm sorry. Cane juice. You got to come on because I'm getting sick of you talking about the play calling on offense. Like this is what gets me. You're not even giving. It's a freaking freshman quarterback who put up more points on NC State's defense than any other team they played against this year.
It's not. I won't say he's completely wrong about the play calling wasn't bad as a whole. It was bad on drives that you needed it to be.
Answer this question. You know what Miami does. Miami fans watch only Miami games. They don't watch other team games. Do you guys not think Trevor Lawrence had bad games? Do you not think that high-powered Clemson offense, there were times where they couldn't score points? What about the play? What about the play call in Alabama yesterday? They had bad. They like. What do we like? What do we? What do we? I think Miami fans think that we are supposed to go downfield every single drive and score. And if we don't score a touchdown every single drive, we pick and choose. Well, here go the stream key for you, because I'm about to give you some smoke. Or let me not say that, because then what's name might be thinking I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, killing them or something like that. Bro, play call is not going to be great with a freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
They put up 31 points.
Yeah.
That play call last week, when the ball was tipped in the air, that was the perfect play call. Mallory was wide open in the end zone. He was trying to get that was going to be a touchdown, and it got tipped. He was wide open. Why did you throw the ball there? Because you didn't see the whole field. I seen Mallory in the middle of the end zone. He wasn't even in the end zone. He's on the 1 yard line with nobody near him, and it got tipped and intercepted. And if it wouldn't,
I don't hate his play calling as a whole. Like I said, man, it's just on a drive where you backed up in your own end zone, and then you call that you tell TVD. I don't know if it was like designed for him to just keep it, or he made that read to keep it, but that was a bad play.
Was it a bad? Yeah. Answer this question though. Did we get points out of that drive?
No, they did it. This is backed up in their own end zone.
Yes. Answer the question though. You backed up in your own end zone. You got a freshman quarterback. Do you want him to throw an interception backed up right there and give NC State the ball on the 10-yard line or return for a touchdown? So,
but here's what I'm saying.
It was a good call, because you got a freshman quarterback who confidence is still probably a little bit shaky, and you don't want him to make that mistake on that side of the field right there where you kill his confidence. So they do the same thing in the NFL. You get rid of the football and live to fight another day, instead of letting him make a mistake right there, and you kill TVD's confidence.
Here's the thing. This is a good coordinator is going to make the game easy for his quarterback, right? He's going to call the plays to put him in the best position to be effective. And
I think that was
I'm talking about on this particular drive. This is why him telling TVD to keep it and run it was a bad idea. Not a bad idea, but a bad call at that moment. Because you got RPOs in your offense. Mm-hmm. If that was one of those times, like all of the other times you call it when you shouldn't, that was the time to call it.
He never
faked it. When you fake the run, the DN came crashing down. And when he kept it, that's when he peeled off to go to TVD. If he would have pulled it and just popped up and threw it right there, that's how NC State beat Clemson. The same exact way.
Do you know? Y'all look Uncle Lou. Bro. Y'all look. I mean, just seriously, look at him, bro. Just look at him. He has nothing else better to do with his Sunday. All right, now let me go ahead and
What's up, Zoe?
What's going on? Hold on. You said, because it was an RPO play, right?
It should have been.
But answer this question, right? Answer this question, right? If he would have gave him an RPO, right, and the ball and he would have thought too much, and he would have wanted to pull, because RPO, he could have probably thought he seen something, and he probably would have pulled it, and it could have been a fumble or anything. RPO is a very dangerous play, especially backed up in your own end.
He could have fumbled keeping it.
He could, but it's more likely to fumble. It's more likely to fumble on the RPO. It's more likely to fumble on the RPO than it is.
Oh, if you're throwing the football.
Because listen, RPO is you actually faking it whether you want to keep it or not, and then you can throw. It's three phases.
You saying it's more likely to fumble on the mesh point.
Exactly, it's more likely
to
the
running back.
Because he could think about, okay, he might hand it to him and he might not. And then who was that running back? Knighton, right?
Knighton.
Okay, Knighton's just getting back, right? He might try to squeeze. He might end up trying to take it. You know what I'm saying? and TVD might pull back, and that's a fumble. So you don't want to put that predicament on that side of the field right there to where you for a fumble and they get the ball on the 1 yard line or anything. I'm saying it's the best play. Let me finish. I'm saying it's the best play call. It's the best play call to get them out of a fucked up situation to where you're not hurting the confidence of your running back. You're not hurting the confidence of your coach, and you're bringing them along slowly. And as the game got going more and more, TVD got more confident, and so did Knighton. So you didn't make a mistake. You didn't make a mistake to where you could have killed their confidence.
Right.
You punted the ball.
But then what you did on the very next play.
You on the goal line. You're on the goal line.
Everything that you said is contradicted on the next play.
You
ran a screen because he could have easily threw a pick six on the next play.
On a screen play is way harder to throw a pick six on a screen play than it is on that mesh point, on the mesh point and all that other shit. It is way harder to throw a pick six on a screen because you can actually see the field. But that mesh point is dangerous. It's very dangerous. A screen play 9 times out of 10 is either a miss or maybe a 1 yard tackle for a loss or some shit like that. 9 times out of 10. But that RPO, you can make a huge mistake with that. And all I'm saying is we're looking. Listen, every coach in college football plays conservative when they're backed up against their own football. Every coach in the NFL plays conservative when they're backed up in their own end zone. They usually try to get a couple yards to get a punter room to punt the ball out. What's going on, Cane Juice?
What's going on?
Go ahead, bro.
Hey,
you liking them change, man? You liking them change?
I love the change, man. We loving the change. Everywhere I go, they're like, man, where you getting change from? I say, man, go follow Zone.
I'm not giving out no more. I'm not selling no more. I ain't doing no more. I'm done with all that.
Man, they just come to the channel what it is. But Zone, I understand what you're saying. You be right at most of some of your points, but at this point, Lashley is not calling the right plays, and most of the time keeping these kids' confidence up. You can even see it. Like
how we scored 31. How we scored 31 against North Carolina?
So you scoring 31 is something big. So come on, Lashley. You can tell Lashley plays. He's running the same plays as last year with the same different quarterbacks.
No, he's not. He's not running. He's running nowhere near running the same plays.
Instead of throwing it to the eye, when TVD threw that pass, got batted, got interception at the line, everybody's saying Lashley fault.
All right, now I'm about to kill you. I'm about to kill you on that. I'm about to kill you. What's that was wide open in the end zone on that play. Will Mallory was wide open in the center of the field in the end zone. And the ball got batted. He will go back and look at it. He was wide. Listen, he was no. Listen, how was that a bad? He was wide. That's the same type of play they threw on that 60-yard pass. It's the same type of play. He just got more elevation on the ball.
The slam was wide open too.
Will Mallory was wide open. He just didn't throw the ball up high enough. He tried to rocket it instead of throwing the ball up high enough. And actually, you had that 6'5" safety that ran and jumped and tipped the ball because that's why Will Mallory was wide open. So if he would have
they blitz.
Exactly. So if he threw some touch on the ball, he tried to get rid of the ball. So that was a perfect play, and it got batted, and it was just crazy. So I don't care. Listen, I'm not the person that cares what everybody else say. I watched the game. Will Mallory was wide open. Will Mallory, but you didn't see Will Mallory. You ain't know Will Mallory wide open right on the 1 yard line. Nobody was near him.
He called dog 3 times last night.
He catch it. No, I'm going back to that point.
We can't even get in field goal range, and we got a kicker. We can't even get in field goal.
Let me finish on that one first. Let me finish on that because you brought that in. You brought that in first, so let me finish on that first. Okay. Will Malibu was wide open. Everybody said that was a wrong play. Didn't watch the play. Didn't pay no attention to that play at all because he had the perfect play call. And if the ball wouldn't have got tipped, it'd have been a touchdown. Miami wins the game, and everybody would be like, "Oh, great!" But it gets tipped interception. It's a bad play call. Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Hey, look, yeah, when I saw that,
moving nobody, he's not trying to confuse the defense at all. Everybody's on the line in this play. There's no way.
Hold on. I got one for you. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of y'all not watching games. And when you come over here, make sure that you know what you're talking about, Kane. I love you. I love you, my brother. Hold on. How many yards? How many yards did TVD throw for last night? How many yards did TVD throw for last night?
We're not talking about how many yards.
No. How many touchdowns did he throw for last night? I'm muting. I'm pulling the stats up. So I'm because we can't say a man throws for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns and the wrong plays are being called and people are wide open. Hold up. Tyler Van Dyke stats versus North Carolina State. All right. Miami Hurricanes versus North Carolina State stats. We're gonna do this. I got let me look at this. What did he do last night? I'm on mute, y'all. You got to let me get to this, man. Because when you do this, TBD 25 for 33. 325 yards and 4 touchdowns. You know what? I don't want to hear about a play. I don't want to hear about that's results. 25 for 33. That's like 90%.
Right.
4 touchdowns and not 1 pick. You're not talking to me about play calling when you got a quarterback 25 for 33. 325 yards. Please talk to me about something else. I'm not letting you kill a coach that his quarterback threw for that kind of yardage with 4 touchdowns and no picks. There's no way. It's no way.
Right now, we're not talking about.
You know what? Oh my.
74%. Nah, they like what he's saying though, bro. Is as a whole, you look at the stats and yes, TVD they calling the right game plan, but we just being nitpicky talking about certain drives where, like you said, going back to the North Carolina thing.
That's all I'm saying.
It wasn't a bad. Because you said we were like last year. You said we were like last year. We called the same plays as last year. No, we're not. Because last year all we did was roll the ball right with King. We won every play.
They still ain't working. They not working with TVD. He calling those in crucial third downs. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. That's why we're not blowing teams out. That team dropped like 6 passes.
Yeah.
That's to tell you the truth, they deserve that loss more than we deserve that win.
Answer this question though. They said that team dropped like 6 passes, right?
Yeah.
So if that team dropped like 6 passes, right, isn't that on the defense? How would the offense get blamed for that?
What you mean? I don't think nobody get blamed for this.
I'm just saying. Appreciate the first donation tonight once again from my boy Mr. Young again with a $5 donation. Every time he come in, bro, Mr. Young, thank you, bro. If I can guarantee one thing, I can guarantee $20 a night from Norman and Mr. Young. Those are the 2 things that I can guarantee. I can't guarantee nothing else. I can guarantee that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, listen. It's like if it was a 1-5 if it was a 1-5 and not 5-1 NC State team, I can understand the complaint, right?
Yeah.
I've always talked about, and against the Grand Canes, you hear me, I've always talked about development, right? And seeing players get better. I'm seeing players get better. I'm seeing them get better. So I can't complain that they're getting better, but then complain that I'm not seeing. I'm seeing significance in increase in the offense this year.
Oh, the offensive line for the last 2 games they played a hell of a
Exactly.
game.
I'm seeing tight.
Some guys played.
I'm seeing significant. I'm seeing receivers catching balls.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
Because the way the ball is better than
listen. I'm gonna do this right here in front of everybody. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Because that man stood 10 toes down on what he said.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this. No. I'm gonna do this against the grain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No. I got to do that because I said, and I can't say he's not, but I said for a fact that Jake Garcia is better than Tyler Van Dyke. I said for a fact, right? I'm saying for a fact right now, it's gonna be tough as fuck for Jake Garcia to beat Tyler Van Dyke out the way he plays right now. Okay. Yeah. And against the grain said, Zoe, you not. I said, I see what I saw. Zoe, you can't go off of that. I said, I'm just telling you what Zoe, but you can't. And you know what? He was right and I was wrong. Okay?
Yeah, you were right.
Okay.
But look, what I was saying that people was writing him off too early.
You was right.
Just that screen game, and like I said, if I was agreeing that Jake probably has a higher ceiling, but I said, man, Tyler, he's not bad, and so once he start playing, he's gonna show you he's not that bad. And every week he keeps showing you. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about $20 donation from Logan, another person I can always depend on, and $10 donation from Justin Priest, another person. Like people I can depend on really, and I tell everybody, listen, I don't ask for a lot of money. Everybody throw $1 in the chat. If I got 120 people in the chat, everybody throw $1 at the cash app. This costs money. This like serious. Like all this equipment I went in, this shit costs money. And I spent a lot of money on YouTube over the past couple of years. And I went through a situation this year where I had to come up with 16,000. I had 14,000. He had people come in. Man, you ain't got 1,000 in your bank account, bro. I took 14,000 out of my bank account to pay for my situation. You see what I'm saying? And you got people talk shit, but then that means I don't need to invest in YouTube as much anymore. I need to just save my money. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get in situations happen, people go through things. And I went through some shit. And I humbled myself enough to say, hey, I went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to football. Against the grain, like he kicked my ass already this year on one topic. Like that main topic, he kicked my ass on. Even though Jake Garcia got hurt, there's that. Listen, I went from not wanting Jake Garcia at Miami to watching him in the spring game and thought he was the best quarterback. Hey, Logan, cut your background noise off a little bit. To saying that there's no way Tyler Van Dyke is better than Jake Garcia, to looking at Jake Garcia right now saying, holy shit.
Yeah. Hey, he was ice cold on that go-ahead touchdown that he threw to Rambo, that slant. Come on, man. You talk about ball placement.
And that was the same play call, damn near, as the touchdown that got tipped. So guess what he did? He learned from that.
Yeah.
That was the same play call as last week, except we were closer to the end zone. But that was the same play call, except it was Will Mallory on that route.
If X pull in that catch, you looking at almost 400 yards, bro, 4 touchdowns.
You look
no pick.
They ran the same route, except they had Will Mallory in that slot because Will Mallory
and our O-line got better. That O-line got better.
You know how the O-line got better. You know why? Because we not running that same read option that every play that we did. But hey, against the grain, what did I say? We killed our O-line because we put them in a bad predicament. Did I not say that? So all of a sudden now, see, this is what gets me. This is what gets me. I'm gonna sit back and pray. I'm gonna sit back and thank God for this. This is what gets me. I've said the same shit for 5 years. Am I wrong against the grain? I flat out say we're putting our offensive line in
Oh
a
yeah.
predicament. We're putting our offensive line. Everybody mad at offensive line. We are not Alabama. We do not run that type of scheme, and we're killing our
Especially with Enos and Jaren.
we are
Especially that you.
we are killing our offensive. We are killing our offensive line flat out. And it is amazing how we are killing our offensive line when it's not their fault. Like we put them in a bad predicament. But and what I say is, Grain, as soon as we open the field up, just like what happened last year when we played in the bowl game against Oklahoma State,
Okay,
offensive line looked great. Cam Harris looked great. Like all that shit turned around when Perry came in and we could actually open the field up. But when it's smothered with King in there, and everybody know we're gonna run the ball, it was 8 against 5, 9 against 5. And then we were playing offensive line. They get confused on who to block. Who do I block here? Who do I block there? Because everybody's coming. So the offensive line looked bad. It looked bad because they was counting too many players. It was too many.
2 years in a row, 18 and 19 against Virginia Tech. We spread the field out, and the offense looked way better.
Exactly, because that's what type of team we are. A $5 donation from Will. Appreciate that $5 donation, my brother. So that's what I be saying. Like we can't keep killing our offensive line when they're not being in predicament to win. But now all of a sudden our offensive line looks better because of the plays that we are calling. So the play calling is better because the offensive line looks better, right?
Right.
They put him in a better position.
We're not complaining about that. We're not complaining about drops. Like
so we can't complain about play calling because the play calling is all that is into play. Now I'm not saying the play calling is great and it can't get better. What I'm saying is I can't just sit here and nitpick play calling when the whole offense as a whole looks better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm right, but the whole offense as a whole looks better. How many yards did Knighton run for? Anybody can tell me how many yards Knighton ran for last night?
Knighton crossed over into that territory with Reggie Bush where it was like touching. He was the one that kind of created that stat where it wasn't rushes and receptions no more. If you're a running back, they just call it touches.
Yeah.
With him, I mean, shit, you're looking at.
What was his total?
I know he started. It's like he gets strong in the fourth quarter. So he had like 30-something yards in the third quarter, and then he broke one for like 35 yards. So he was up to like 73 yards rushing, and then he had that 50-yard touchdown. So he had at least 50 receiving yards. That's 120 yards right there.
So that's 120 yards total offense from one running back. Like
yeah.
And then
it could have been more. I'm just talking about.
You just pick. I'm just bringing it. I'm going. And then we had Will Mallory that had a solid game and a touchdown, right?
Yeah, definitely. Will Mallory won that game.
And then we had the other tight end. What's his name? What's the other tight end's name?
Arroyo
had like a 30-yard scamper, right? And then all our receivers got in the game, right? But I think every receiver at least got a touch, except I think Harley dropped one. I don't know how many times he was targeted last night. But even when he wasn't targeted, he was blocking well. He was making them pick. He was making those pick play. That pick play is what helped get Arroyo that big yard. Is that pick play by Harley? People didn't look at that. Harley picked the linebacker. I mean the safety that was guarding Arroyo. Yeah. Like so, those are what you call those are hidden stats.
Mm-hmm.
Like that pick play is what helped Arroyo get open. You see what I'm saying? So Harley didn't quit on the team and say, I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not getting the ball. But, you know what I'm saying? We're looking good. We're playing good. What's up, Louise? Let me put this in the chat for you. I need to ask you a question, too. And put a stream key in the chat for you.
Rambo probably going to be the first 1,000-yard receiver we had in a while.
Oh, yeah. Charles Rambo is a beast.
Mm-hmm. He'd be getting busy.
So, and so what I mean by play calling is I just I feel like you feel against the grain. Play calling can get better. I'm not disagreeing with you. but I want
It's
to take steps at it. I want to
yeah.
take steps at it. I don't.
Dude, like I said the other night, and I was in somebody's space on Twitter, and I was saying that like with this team, they walk a thin line between blowing people out and being able to being right there to lose every game. So it's like they can, like you said, get better, and we did see the development out of the players and everything. But that's all we was really asking for. You know, you cut
And
down,
right now,
on the penalties, bro. You're a better team. Yeah.
so next week, who's on the schedule next week? Who's on the schedule next week?
Is it Pitt? I
Pitt,
think Pitt.
Pitt.
All right, now I expect this. I expect next week for us to win at least by 7. I expect that. I expect that now.
We 11-point underdogs, bro.
I understand that, but I expect us to win by at least by 7 because we have the talent and we're getting better and we're starting to use our talent. We're not just using 1 or 2 guys on the field. We're using the whole field. So we can be 11-point underdog. I'd rather be 11-point underdogs than 11-point favorites right now. You know what I'm saying?
Can you hear me?
11-point underdogs and 11-point favorites right now. We were underdogs this week. What was it? We was 8-point underdogs this week?
Yeah,
No, it was like 3.
3?
But
And after we was at home. Hey,
being
Louisiana,
real, man, I feel like if we tackle and catch the ball and make our blocks,
it's like,
we will win.
hold on. It's like
Fuck yeah, that's a one loss team if we could tackle.
exactly. Hey, Louisiana, answer this question. I can't find my damn glasses. Did I leave my glasses in your car in Atlanta? Did you find any glasses in your car, man? Look between your seats and see, let me know if you found any.
Sold them.
How they look?
They gold glasses with tint.
Do they got you said gold glasses?
Yeah, my glasses. I have one.
Hey, I found some glasses in my car, you heard me?
They're mine.
But do they got like on the handle it got gold like a leopard type?
A leopard.
Not like a leopard, man.
I'm gonna show you a picture of the glasses, man. I wore them to the game. I ain't got no leopard glasses.
Yeah, hey, let me see, cause I did have found some glasses in us. I hold them.
They prescription glasses. Oh, you talking about? Do they got like the? Yeah, they got these. These are right there. These are my glasses. You got them. The glasses right there.
Yeah.
I left me up. I look, man. Them $1,500 glasses. I'm looking all over my house. I'm like,
hey,
where the fuck is my glasses?
Hey,
you can't. They're prescription. You can't wear their prescription glasses.
Hey, listen. Hey, the funny thing about it, right, is so I took this young woman out, and she seen the glasses. She was like, "Damn! Oh, so you had another bitch in your car?"
These ain't girl glasses, nigga. These ain't girl glasses, nigga.
I say, listen, Ron. I ain't had no other female in my car. What are you talking about?
Them $1,500 glasses, man.
They in the pawn shop.
No, Louisiana.
They in my car.
Hey, I tore the house up and down. Like, yo, where the fuck is they? They're my Ray-Bans. They're Ray-Bans.
Yeah. I got them in the car.
I'm like, where the fuck is my glasses? I look all over the house. Can you ship them to me?
I can ship it, bring it to you. Don't matter.
Yeah, I need them bad. I was going crazy, and light bulb went off in my head yesterday. Ding!
Hey,
as I'm looking at some pictures. I said, I bet you I left some shit in Louisiana car.
Hey, on Wednesday I'll be around the South Carolina, North Carolina area. I got clients and stuff like that.
Just let me know, and I'll meet you somewhere if you want, unless you want to come to Columbia.
I'll come to Columbia. It don't make no difference. I'll be all over the world.
Yeah, I got the boy. I was so sick. I said, man, I can't find. And I looked at the picture. I said, I bet you I left them shits in Louisiana cake. When we was in Atlanta. Now, I know you love Machota. I know you love Machota. And I know that's your guy.
Hey, I don't know why the hell hold on. I don't know why the hell this damn my damn volume. I don't know if it's your volume or my volume, but that bitch low.
I can hear you good. We can hear you good.
Now what you were saying now?
Your glasses in your head. Matoga. Peyton. I know you a big fan head. know you're a big fan head, and I know you want to see him get playtime. But do you think? Do you just speaking on Van Dyke? Do are you liking what you're seeing from him?
Uh, never been a hater. I mean, Tyler Van Dyke. I If I rate him, I wouldn't say he a 8 or a 9 or a 10.
I wouldn't say that neither. I wouldn't say he 8 or 9 or 10.
I
I
would
wouldn't.
give him. I give him a 5 plus.
I'll put him at a.
Oh,
I'll put him at a 7. I'd put him
No,
at a
I
seven.
won't. I won't put him in a 7.
I'll put him at a 7. I'll put him at a 7.
Anybody can beat North Carolina State.
Anybody hadn't beat they
Shit,
5 and 1.
how they only won one game.
They 5 and 1 this year. They were 5 and 1 this year.
Look who they played against.
Look who we play. Look who we played against.
Who they lost? Who they lost to?
Exactly.
well, we beat App State by a
Who they
field goal.
lost
What
to?
the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Who North
But
Carolina
that
State
was
lost
with
to?
Derrick
I don't
King.
know. I don't know who North
They
Carolina
got
State
blowed out
was.
the first game of the season by another team that wasn't. They got
But
blowed out
they,
by Mississippi State.
oh yeah, the Mississippi State got some. They're a better team than North
Mississippi State will beat our ass.
They'll beat the brakes off us too. Like they would beat us. But I think we'll be more competitive against me. I'll tell you what I'm liking about TVD is I'm liking the progression of him every single year. I mean every single game. I'm seeing better from like he threw 4 touchdowns, no picks this week. Against the best defense in the ACC.
Hey, listen what I'm saying to you.
By numbers.
And that's what I'm looking at. So
NC State ain't going to the ACC. I mean, I don't care.
they might.
How?
They 5-2.
They beat Clemson.
And they
Wake
beat
Forest.
Clemson.
What you talking about?
But Clemson,
They
on the
ain't
same
played
side as
Wake
Wake
Forest
Forest.
yet. They beat Wake Forest. They in.
They're on the
They
same
have-
side
yeah.
as Wake Forest. They're on Atlanta.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. So I'll pick NC State to beat Wake Forest.
No.
I'll pick NC State to beat Wake Forest.
Didn't Army just put up like 50 points on Wake Forest?
Yeah,
I'm in the Army. We sorry as
what?
hell in football.
Army put 50 points up on Wake Forest.
It don't matter. That's any given day. Anybody can put 50 points on somebody.
Army don't put
Exactly.
up.
So
Alabama just got their ass whooped by Texas A&M.
But Texas A&M is known for beating Alabama. That's one of the teams that's known for beating Alabama.
When
They
last
always.
time Texas A&M you beat Alabama
Last time when Johnny Manziel was there.
in Alabama.
Listen, Alabama, Texas A&M has talent, bro, and they have a national championship coach, with a lot of talent, and they're only going to get better. That's going to be the problem in the SEC. That's the next headache in the SEC is Texas A&M. The two schools in the SEC that can truly three schools that can truly combat Alabama in the SEC is Florida, Texas A&M, and LSU. If they get all their ducks in a row, those are the teams. Florida,
so Georgia can't.
Listen, I say Georgia can't because fuck Georgia. I'm gonna hate on Georgia. I ain't giving Georgia no love. Fuck them. They got to do it. They got to do it first. It's been 40 years. It's been 40. I fuck Georgia.
So listen,
but see, no, Georgia. Hey. But guess what? This is why I'm tilting a little bit away from Georgia because I've said this. Who is the scariest team in the ACC? I'm asking, who is the scariest team in the ACC that can be a dominant team? Nope.
Oh.
Hold on.
Well, they're the scariest team.
Who said who is the scariest team that has the most talent in the area that has almost just as much talent in Miami if they get the right coaching that they can be a powerhouse?
I ain't even
Florida State.
Besides Florida State, we already know Florida State.
That's a really hard question.
I say, to be honest with you, man, I say
in the ACC.
I really say if I had to go to somebody, man, I really say
nope,
Pittsburgh.
Nope.
Georgia Tech.
Thank you, Georgia Tech. If Georgia Tech lowered their standards for getting into that school, they're in the city of Atlanta, where the best football is played in Atlanta. If they lowered their standards just a little bit, they have the second. They're rated number 2 in high school football talent in the city of Atlanta, outside of South Florida. if they lowered their standards, and they are a powerhouse, like they are a powerhouse. They have money. If they just lowered their GPA standard for football, that's the scariest school because Georgia get a lot of their talent from the inner city of Atlanta. If that shit turned, if 30% of that shit turned to Georgia Tech, just imagine. Just imagine.
And they gave Miami headaches with a damn triple option offense or a
Exactly.
flex
So
zone offense.
Yeah, but
Think
just
the
about
big thing
imagine
is
that.
the triple option's gone. That's
just,
what makes it
but
scary.
yeah, that's what makes it scary. Just imagine they run the spread with all the athletes that's in Atlanta.
So
This is why I say Texas A&M. You got Jimbo Fisher. Imagine Jimbo Fisher at Georgia Tech. Imagine Urban Meyer at Georgia Tech.
Jimbo got a cold-blooded quarterback coming in next class too.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
they
saying.
problem now is they
hey,
lost their starter
I'm
and
waiting
the
for
backup is like
Payne Manning nephew. I want to see what he gonna
or
go at.
What's going on, Taz? What's good with you? Hey, Taz, I need you to come in for a second, man. They had that. I got a picture. They said they said Manny Diaz got a job at Public. I want to know if you interviewed him. Hey, Taz, they said Manny Diaz. They say he already got the job at Publix.
yeah.
If he gets
I can
fired,
see Arch.
how
Go
you
ahead.
see?
Oh no, I can see Arch going to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin because like Clemson is on his radar either Ole Miss or Texas with Steve Sarkisian because I mean he got that connection, that family connection to Ole Miss. I don't think he's gonna go to Clemson because Clemson got Cade Klubnik. I think he playing his senior year right now anyway. So
Hey, I'm put a stream key in for you, Taz. I need to know if you did the interview. I want to know if you did an interview with Manny Diaz, man. Hey, I got a good question for everybody.
Mm.
Miami wins out, right? They still got a chance to win the Coastal. That's crazy, right? They still got a chance to win the Coastal. That's fucking crazy. That's how bad the Coastal is.
Wait. They still
They
got a
still,
chance to win the Coastal.
yeah, they still
yeah,
got a chance.
How you figure?
Because every team
they
got
mathematically they not eliminated
No,
yet.
how you figure?
every team got them. Every team in the Coastal, we got 3 losses.
No, not in the conference.
I said Coastal.
Who leading
Not
the
in the
Coastal right
conference.
now?
Who leading the
Pitt.
Coastal right now? Pitt.
Virginia.
How many
All
wins?
they gotta do is beat Pitt.
Virginia.
How many wins? How many losses Virginia
No,
got?
Virginia
Virginia
ain't leading the
going up.
Coastal.
I think they 2-2 in the
Two,
Coastal.
Virginia
two.
not leading the Coastal. Pitt is leading the Coastal.
Hey,
I mean,
y'all do.
you got Pitt, and then you got Virginia after that.
All right, y'all hold on for a second.
Yeah.
I gotta ask. I gotta try to find this picture, man. I gotta try to find this damn picture, man.
They be tagging me all day long, so they be tagging me all day long with that picture.
Hey, man. Hey, I just want to know. I just want to know if you did interview. Did you interview him?
Wow, really so? Really?
What did you ask, Taz? Because he got a job. They say he got a job. They got a picture of him and everything. So I'm trying to figure out, did you feel sorry for him or something? What happened?
You wrong. We ain't interviewed the man. You wrong for that, man. You wrong.
They got him with the clothes on. They got him with the public shirt and the apron.
Man, I've been getting teased for that all day long. I'm like, Taz, man, did work at your job, Taz? I'm like, you know what? Leave me alone.
I'm trying to figure out, you just don't want to tell nobody you interviewed the man, did you?
Man, someone screenshot my photo and put it right by this man and send it to me. Y'all wrong for that.
I see that shit. I cried. I ain't seen the one with Storm, but I seen the one with. As soon as I see that, I said, "Damn!" I know Taz work at Poland. I know he a manager or something. I wonder if Taz did an interview if he felt sorry for Manny and hired him, man. I mean, hey Taz, you can tell us, man. We family. We'll keep it hush hush, man.
Yeah, you wrong, though. You wrong. But they've been tagging me all day long with that picture. They screenshot my picture, me with uniform on, and put me in the bucket. I'm like, y'all wrong for that.
Oh my god, that shit was so hilarious.
Yeah. And it's FSU fan doing me like that. Not the UM fan, FSU fans. They DM me the picture and put my picture in it And I look at them. They got them Canes boys right there. They working at Publix. They wrong. You just laughing it up, boy.
So you mean to tell me if I had my work uniform on and they put Manny with a welding helmet on, you wouldn't ask me the same question?
You wrong, Zo. You wrong.
You see Manny with a welding helmet.
Man.
Oh my God! Hey, I got one question, man. Did y'all well, it's 3 to 3 questions. What department? Produce, meat department.
Wow. Wow. I gotta go. So I gotta get back to where you are.
What department you working in today? Which one? Produce,
I work in the grocery department.
You work? I said, which one y'all put him in? Is it produce, meat?
I don't know. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong. All right, bro.
I love you, bro, man. All right, bro. Y'all gotta see that picture, man. That picture got a picture of Manny Diaz with the whole public outfit on. That shit had me dying. Oh my God, that shit had me dying. But nah, man.
Louisiana came.
Yo, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Hey, you said Rambo not gonna be 1,000-yard receiver?
You said what?
You said Rambo not gonna be 1,000-yard receiver?
Who said that?
That's what you had put in the chat. I saw.
No, I put in the chat that he ain't the only. It ain't been a long time since we had 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah, it has. Amon Richards only had 900, and Mike Harley didn't have 1,200 yards. He only had 799.
Who was the last receiver to have 1,000?
Hold on.
I don't know. It's been a minute. What's his name? Damn. Was it not Hankerson, huh?
Was it me?
Or Dorset? Was it you?
I think it was me.
Oh, so yeah, that was like in the 60s.
Damn!
Before Michael Irvin got there.
Dang! I looked that over.
Yeah, he was running go routes out the 3-point stance.
So the fullback, doing a screen passes, doing a swing passes.
You catch 500 yards, they like, God damn, they throwing this bitch all over the place.
All over the damn place. They're gonna throw the ball nowhere.
Rambo shit. In 2 games, Rambo gonna do what Mike Harley did last year. He already had 550 yards.
But you
Mike Harley only had 799.
You know why though? You know why? Who was the offensive coordinator last time we had 1,000-yard receiver?
Who was coaching Hankerson?
I
had to go look that up, bro.
Al Golden was the head coach. Just put it that way.
I'm talking about OC.
So I'm just saying. So the OC was one of them boys that ran a spread offense. Now that Manny is allowing, now that Manny threw. Hey. Everybody missing this one thing though. I'm sorry. Let me get this straight with Colette. We missing this one thing.
No, I'm gonna let you. But hey, did you see how Rhett Lashley went off on motherfucker Manny Diaz and he walked back?
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, let me run my fucking offense.
And he started laughing. Manny Diaz started laughing
because Manny Diaz is starting to. You notice every game right now who's standing side by side with Manny. Every game who's standing side by side at Manny, Ed, right there. Manny know, bro, and that's how it's gonna be for the rest of his career. Even if you get another extension, they're gonna have somebody there letting him know that this shit ain't going on. But no, that's why I wanted to ask that question. I lost my damn question. I lost my train of thought. That's why I wanted to ask that question. Damn, I lost my damn train of thought,
man. Allen Hurns was our last 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
13.
James Coley was the offensive coordinator.
Right.
James Coley was the offensive coordinator. Oh, do y'all not realize how Manny threw Derrick King under the bus and lied? And Derrick King put tweet out like what surgery? And then he pulled it down.
But did you see he came out there with that fake ass damn arm sling?
Talking Cam Harris?
Huh?
Talking Cam Harris?
No. De'Aaron King came out there with an arm sling last night.
Oh, hey, but he put that tweet out when Manny said him supposed to have surgery. He put that tweet out like, what surgery? I didn't know about that. That's tweet he put out. Then he pulled it down. This is what I mean by the dysfunction. This is what I mean by even if Manny wins out, right? Even if he wins out, even if Manny Diaz wins out, right? He's gonna have to win on style points. He has to win on style points to keep his job. He can win out and win like Louisiana said, like Gizzagrain said, those 1-2 point victories. Yeah, I'm happy with that right now. But he has to win out. They have to now. The next victory got to be 7. The next victory got to be 9. Next victory got to be 11. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to win on, and the defense has gotten better at tackling, but overall defense is hadn't gotten. It hasn't. The offense's leaps and bounds improved the weight over the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Offensive leaps and bounds they've improved over the defense because we.
I don't know those though. I don't know if you look at just the players personnel wise, they're a whole different team.
No, I'm just saying. But what I mean by leaps and bounds is like you can see every player on the offense getting better, including the infamous offensive line. Right? We can see that, right? On the defense side of the ball, we still seeing like we say we can see some bad play calls by Lashley, right? But we're not seeing busted coverages and drop balls like we were on offense, right? Before.
Yeah.
We're not seeing missed blocks and all that like we were before on offense. They're picking their blocks up. This is what I mean about improvement.
But Mallory missed one.
Mallory missed
one. And that's why I said if he can't pick both sides of the ball to be bad at.
Oh,
he was better in the pass game. I'll take that in the pass blocking game.
But like you say, he only missed one. Remember, a couple weeks ago he was missing 3 or 4.
Jalen Knighton was even better in pass protection too.
Exactly. So I mean, that's what I mean. Like they're overall, we're seeing a way bigger jump on offense than we are because we're still seeing, even though we're not seeing as many missed tackles, we're still seeing busted coverages. Like that last drive where they scored that touchdown on that last drive, it was big plays. There were 2 big plays on that last drive in the first half where they scored the touchdown over their head. You see what I'm saying? We're not seeing that on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to like just giving up drop passes wide open. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. We're not seeing those things.
And on some of these deep balls that they was hitting us on, people was like, "Oh, Clark got burned and Dunston got burned." These is plays that we 2-3 yards away from the receiver that they catch and they put in the end zone on in the pass. And with them young guys in there, they in good position. That pass on Dunston, man, he was maybe an inch away from knocking that ball away. And now you talking about a whole different story with him. So I'll take that. I just can't take the DJ Ivy type of getting burnt. He got a different type of getting burnt.
But he hasn't. But he's improved. He's improved this year too. Now let's get into him. Now. He's improved.
If he ain't the guy, DJ Ivy.
He got only game he got burnt in was Alabama game, and I keep saying it. It was a pick play. He got picked, and the guy over the top was supposed to catch that.
He was getting burned on slants against Connecticut State. Central Connecticut.
You know why? Because that's Manny Diaz's fault. You know why? Because now Manny Diaz all of a sudden wanted to play bump and run coverage. But back then he was playing 10 yards off the ball. Hey, Manny changed his defense up a little bit to where he's playing. See, this one changed his defense up a little bit because he's on a hot seat. Now that he's playing a little bit more bumping. Remember, now how can we complain about against Grain? How can we complain about a slant play that he getting beat on when he's playing 10 yards back because the coach is telling him to play 10 yards back?
Yeah, shit. You can't be mad at the cornerbacks for that.
You see what I'm saying? But now that just think about it. Now that he's playing bump and run coverage, which that is what DJ Ivy is, he's not getting beat like that. You see what I'm saying? He's holding receivers up at the offensive line. He's hitting.
And I like how we looked against the run.
Yeah. So I mean,
That was the best we looked against the run all year.
He's not a world beat. He's not being a world beater, but he's not getting beat like that anymore because he is a physical defensive back who plays bump and run coverage. And I guarantee you, he will be in the NFL. And I guarantee you will see a better DJ Ivan in the NFL than you see at University of Miami because he's a bump and run guy. He's not a play in space cornerback. There aren't that many.
They can come get Bubba Bolden right now. If the NFL want him, they can come take him right out the locker room.
I'm telling you,
put all this shit in the box and that, yeah.
And he'll be a better player because, you know what I'm saying? Listen, listen, if they get coached right, they'll play better. That's just how it is, man. And they're getting coached better.
Mm-hmm.
It could be mentally.
They actually outplaying the bad coach.
Yeah, it could be mentally with Bob Bolden, or he put so much into last year that and then reading on Twitter, and it get mental with me. Like I got 72 in the chat. I ain't even reach 100. Do y'all understand that gets mental? I get upset with that. I'm like, God dang, it gets mental with me sometimes. I don't even want to come on. I'm like, fuck it. What's the point? And I'm grown. You see what I'm saying? And I put a lot into this shit and giving out a lot to the Hurricane fan base. And I'm like, God dang, this how y'all treat me? But I got to keep pushing. You see what I'm saying? But it's hard at times. It really is. So I can imagine how them kids feel when they get shitted on.
Have you seen Corey Flagg's interview yet from the post game? Bro, it's crazy.
I would play it, but they would strike my channel, and I don't feel like.
Bro, it's crazy, for real.
I'll watch it. What did he say?
He basically said, Manny Navarro asked him a question. I don't really recall the question, but he basically came out of nowhere and was like, "Look, I don't appreciate none of y'all in the way y'all talk about my head coach." Blah blah blah. He started going off, and I was like, "Damn."
So he stuck up for his guy.
Like it wasn't no player talk. It was like personal.
That boy, see, I was at the lake yesterday. That boy was chilling at the lake yesterday. I'm at the lake chilling. You know what I'm saying?
I watched NC State film, man, after everybody was saying they was gonna beat us by 17 and all of this, and I was like, man, don't nothing about that team scare me. This team ain't really like.
Answer this question: do we have the most talent in the ACC outside of Clemson?
Yes.
So shouldn't nothing by no team scare me.
I also don't think all that talent see in the field.
It don't matter all the talent is in the field. It matters the development. I don't give a shit who see the field. I don't care who see the field. I care about is these players going to be developed. That's my thing. Because you can see the field and be great for a whole year. And just like the linebacker trio, they got worse every single fucking year.
I agree, but on the spot, when you look at like Knighton, TVD, Roos, Only one I'm gonna go with is TVD. That's the only one I'm gonna go with. Okay, that's crazy, but all right. So you gonna tell me that James Williams is not our best player on the team? Because while everybody's jogging up the field to make a tackle, he's on a full-on sprint making the play.
That's not how long James Williams. How long has James Williams been on the team?
I don't care.
How long? No. Answer this question. How long has James Williams been on the team?
Obviously, this is his first year. I don't understand the point.
I'm about to give you my point, so you will
give me that point.
When we had those freshman linebackers, they were dogs. They was running at every play. They were trying to kill motherfuckers. Then the second year they got worse because the coaches let them not do shit, and they didn't have that hunger no more. I keep saying it. When you lose that fucking hunger, when you lose it, and the coaches aren't coaching you and developing you, your first year always gonna be your best year because you hungry. You got something to prove. You want to do this and you want to do that. I want to see it in year 2 because I've seen an ass of Miami Hurricane players in year 1 be great, and in year 2 the Hurricane fans give them their ass to kiss because they're
the one thing I'll say that. T-Rob is coaching our secondary, not Blake Baker and not fucking Manny Diaz.
But see, this is what I'm saying. And people wanted T-Rob fired last week.
Not me. Not me.
A lot of people wanted T-Ball fired last week.
And a lot of people wanted
like the kids like Manny. Exactly. The kids like Manny because they don't let him. That's why he got there and did what he and said what he said and did what he did. Because they love Manny. If you got a job, your job gonna let you sit around and do nothing all day and just sit back and chill. You gonna love your supervisor as well.
I agree with you there.
So I've seen this before from great talent and great players. I've seen this before. Hoping like we got a whole bunch of noise going in the background. I've seen this before. I've seen it. So I'm not saying James Williams ain't the best. I want to see him year 2. I want to see him be developed year 2.
True. I agree. I agree with you there. But we can't predict that till we see it.
Exactly. But I'm going by the history since Manny and Rick has been there. I'm going by that history.
Fair.
The only players who got better when Manny took over was Al Golden players because they already had that work in them. Only player that got better.
I got to ask a question, and I want your opinion on this. Did you want to see another tight end last night? Because I'm tired of just seeing Mallory, and I think that goes back to seniority. I think we have talent behind the tight ends, but we're not seeing it.
We saw the 2 best tight ends we got, and the young guy got in and played well. And Mallory played well. Mallory didn't play bad. He played very good yesterday. And it would have been a game-winning touchdown last week in North Carolina because he was wide open. But the ball got tipped. He was wide open, ran the perfect route, and the ball got tipped. Mm-hmm. So if that happens and he catches that ball, we're not even talking about Mallory. Yesterday, Mallory made one mistake against the grain. Against the grain. I didn't remember until against the grain said it. He whiffed on one block. Besides that, he played excellent yesterday. So I'm not going to bench him for playing excellent. And then we did get the other young guy. What's the number one? Arroyo came in to play. So Arroyo got a lot of playing time.
So I'm not saying bench them, but what I'm saying is I think our young guys deserve a chance because when they come in, they flash.
You're only gonna get 2. You can't play 3-4 tight ends. You only can play really 2 at each position. Because now you're messing up too much chemistry and the quarterback, and now you're trying to teach this young guy on the field, and these quarterbacks don't know them. They don't practice with them during the week. So and like I said, when we say young guys flashing, I don't give a shit about a young guy flashing. Everybody else care about young guys flashing. I care about young guys being developed. That's what I care about. I care about young guys being developed. Because when Mallory first got at Miami, he could catch, and all of a sudden he couldn't catch anymore.
Louisiana can't say Mallory can't catch no run. Shit, he caught the game when he catch. He don't catch that ball. We punting it to NC State. They about to knock our lights out.
He didn't have no drops yesterday. He had a missed block.
Yeah.
Like, serious.
Hey, so you mean to tell me that you happy that he caught one damn ball this whole damn season when he could have caught?
Because he's dropped many important fucking balls.
Listen, he's caught more. He only caught one. You say he only caught one.
No,
you said he only caught. You say he only caught one. You say he only caught one ball this year. That's what you saying. You say he only caught one.
I'm saying he has dropped many important balls. That's what I'm saying.
Not this year. He hasn't dropped.
What?
Early on in the season.
Got some drops this year.
Yeah, I'm saying early on in the season. What I'm saying is I'm seeing him. Listen, the offense as a whole, including him, is getting better in the season. And he had some big catches the last 3 games. And in last game, if the ball really got fucking batted down, it would have been a game-winning touchdown for Mallory. Okay?
Hey.
No, listen. Listen, I'm so sick. I swear that y'all don't want to see these kids develop. Y'all do not. I want to see them develop. I don't listen. I don't keep want to see young player after young player after young player. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. And he hasn't been coached. Right now, it's looking better. I don't care. Come on. What? No, I'm the one because that's what it is. Because every time I'm getting tired of y'all, and I'm getting tired, and you know what? And I'm getting tired of y'all talking about bringing in young players. And every time we do it, They second, third, and fourth year, they get worse. And you know what you do? I want to see the young guy again. I want to see another young guy. Second, third year, they get worse. This is fucking facts, not fiction. Every single year that we get young players, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about every time we get these young players and they play like dogs the first year, the second, third, fourth year, they get worse. This is facts. These are facts, not opinions. And then everybody do, I want to see the next young guy. I want to see the next young guy. I want to see the next young guy. I want to see the next young guy because these kids aren't being developed.
Is who fault is that? That they come out. Listen, this is my question, right?
Coaching.
Who fault is it that they come out the first year, be so happy to play, and then the second year, third year, and fourth year, they say, you know what, fuck this.
Coaching. Coaching.
It got something to do with them too, though. They got to have some accountability.
They do. But I mean, they're not being.
There should be enough motivation.
Answer this question, right? This is what I mean by being developed. Right? Once coaches get film on you, right? Once they get film on you, they take away the thing that you do the best. Once they get film on you. So if you are a great edge rusher, right? And you are great at that rip move, they're taking that bitch away from you. So you might have a whole great first year, but they don't have no film on you. And you doing that rip move time and you killing them. And you working hard and hard and hard at it, right? And then that second year, they take that move away from you. A coach is supposed to teach you how to swim or spin or do this to get them off of you. That's what's not being taught. They're not being taught. If they take your first move away from you, what's your second move? They're not being taught that. So what we're seeing from these freshmen is what they're being taught in high school and how they were developed in high school. And then when they get to college, there's no more development. They just have to get it on their own.
So that means, that we need to hire some damn high school coaches.
You need to hire a coach that's going to develop the kids, no matter what. This is why I'm saying they get worse every year. Because if they have no film on you, then you can do basically what you want to do. Remember that game? It's an NBA game where Rex Chapman scored 50 points on Michael Jordan. And it was in the playoffs, and Michael Jordan had never seen Rex Chapman before. The next game, Rex Chapman scored 2 points. Like, you're not doing that again. I got film on you now. I know what you like to do. Remember Reggie White when he first came in, great defensive end probably ever in football. He used to just bull rush, and they got film on him. He had a horrible second year, and you go look at the interview. He said some coaches got with him and showed him how to do that, the slap move and the hand move and all that. Showed him all that till he got better and it made him great. So when we get these guys who have this one technique and they're not being coached how to get out of that position once they got film on them, a la all of our freshman players once they become sophomores, which is facts, especially on the defense side of the ball, all of our defensive players, because if you look at every single year, at the end of the year, we got worse every year. Every year, at the end of the year, our defense got worse. Even our freshman linebackers got worse at the end of that season. And we end up beating West Virginia in the bowl game. But the second year got blew out by Wisconsin, and the third year got blew out by Wisconsin. And I'll be
back. Okay. In the chat. I gotta get these products and stuff ready for my clients.
Okay. And thank you for letting me know you got them glasses, man. God damn. Well,
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was gonna throw them bitches away, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just keep them motherfuckers.
I'm glad you ain't throwing them away. Boy, I've been looking for them bitches since Atlanta.
All right, man.
All right.
They lost to FIU and Louisiana Tech. They see it.
I had muted you because you had a lot of noise. Now you perfect. You got your earbuds in. Thank you. Now you perfect.
Who?
You had a lot of noise in the back.
No, I didn't. There ain't nobody else here. There was nothing going on.
You was moving a lot in the background. I swear, you was moving. When you walked away from the camera, you had a lot of noise in the back. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, well,
I'm just saying. That's what I heard. I heard when Logan first came in.
Okay, you probably okay. If you did, I don't see how. But anyway, I think my only issue, Zoe, right now with what you know, saying, far as defense goes, the improvement I've seen is gang tackling.
Yeah,
gang tackling is what I see. That was something that we were so good at, you know, gang tackling. Instead of just being one person going to the ball, it's like the whole team was flying to the ball. But the one issue I still have is I think Manny need to let the middle linebacker stay out, because every time he sent us on a rush blitz or whatever, that middle is wide open. It's like everybody rushing wide. And that is just like open up that center, you can shoot right up that middle every time. I don't understand that. I think he just need to lead the middle linebacker with the Mike linebacker. Let him stay out. Stop rushing the linebackers and everybody in there, because every time they do that, it's like everybody get pulled widely, and then that middle is just open, and there's a big gap, and you can run straight up there every time, man. Stuff
every
like
team
that.
We played this year. Every team we
have
played
done
this
that
year,
to us.
Quarterback draw.
Right,
quarterback
exactly.
draw been there every game.
They could come right up the middle on us every time. And this doggone shoulder tackling, like, where's that coming from?
I didn't see it this week. I saw a lot of it last week. I wanted to cry. I wanted to hang myself. I wanted to hang myself. Every player last week was doing this. And I wanted to jump off the fucking roof, man. I was like, what the fuck is
man? I
watched every player do this right here. They can, and now they just. What they got short arms now?
Zoe.
Can I ask a question?
So you know what I think the problem is, Zoe? You know what I think the problem is that was with our tackling? Not only just, you know, say we weren't gang tackling, but Zoe, remember, okay, me and you, we done been to, you know, saying the spring practice games and stuff and watched them practice. Zoe, don't you know our tackling got better ever since they brought that raggedy donut?
I ain't even paying attention to them.
So I'm saying, ever since they brought that donut, man, our tackling has been horrible. It's like, man, I'm getting tired of that donut, man, because you trying to stick your arms through this hole, grab it, and fall. And that's not how we're tackling. Because when Manny D, like you said, Manny Diaz, you know, saying, of course, you know, he got blessed with. We had Jaquan Johnson, you know, saying when he got there, he had Al Golden players there already, and we didn't have that donut. Once Jaquan them left, that's when he brought in that nonsense. When he became the head coach, when he was a defensive coordinator, we didn't have that donut.
Just imagine if Al Golden was the head coach and Charlie Strong was the defensive coordinator. Al Golden still have a job.
Man, dude, we'd be scary.
Like,
we'll be scary.
I'm dead serious. Like,
we'll be scary. Because Al Golden problem wasn't offense. We put up points.
It was D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio's brother-in-law was our issue.
Yep.
That was the problem. His brother-in-law.
I'm about to kill Vo. Vo just said, hey, and I had to hold this up for a second because Kane Juice says, Zoe, you not lying. Thank you, Kane Juice. I ain't lying. All our freshmen come in and they play great as freshmen. And then after that sophomore year, that's when they get the film on it and we play like shit. But I got to answer this question by Vo. Alabama is not developing players like y'all think. The players just come in as dogs. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You what? Bro, you make that, bro. Listen to me. Listen. I'm trying to say something without being disrespectful, because everybody entitled to your own opinion. But wrong, yes, you are 100% wrong. You are 100% wrong.
You tripping?
You can have all the talent in the world, right? And be all the dog in the world, right? Have all the dog in the world in you, right? And still, once they take that, can you bounce back when they take your best move away from you? That's what developing is, bro. That's what developing is understanding how to adjust Just like we talk about play calling. Play calling is learning how to adjust to what the defense is dictating. When it comes to development, it's how to adjust when they take your best move away. You can be I tell you, you got the baddest dog in the world. You got the baddest dog in the world, right? Motherfucker, another dog lay on top of him. He gotta learn how to get up. If he ain't never got laid on top, he ain't gonna know how to get up. They're like, that's what everything is with boxing. I watched that fight last night, and I did not like Shakur Stevenson. Did not like him. I thought he was a soft fighter. I thought he was a soft fighter because he fights soft. He fights soft. Let's be honest. He fights soft. And he heard that shit. And last night,
lit your boy up, lit your boy up, bro.
Said, damn.
Bro, he lit him up last night.
He
lit him up.
Hey, that he never fight on the inside. What did he do last night against a bigger fighter?
He lit him up. Bro, he was hitting them with he was hitting them with combos after combos, bro. He was punching through his defense.
Bro, I did not want Shakur Stevenson to win that fight. I thought it was a spoiled diva. And he got in that ring last night and looked like a totally different guy. He looked totally different. Inside fighting against one of the best inside featherweights in boxing.
Yes, sir.
The longest reigning title holder in boxing. And he went in there and demolished him.
He made him look like that man just started boxing.
And you know what? His own game.
Beat him at his own game in the inside. Because not one time did he back up. He kept going in there.
No, he backed up. Tagging. No, he back up. He'll back up. Hit him with a couple jabs. Hit him with a couple jabs, and then go back in. Boom, 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 boom.
He was hooking. Boy, he was inside hooks. His inside hooks. He was killing him, man.
Body shots. Listen, I did not think Shakur Stevenson had that dog in him. That last fight, that African dude he fought when he was scared to get hit. Last night he said, you know what, y'all talking about me. He got with his camp and he developed. And he's 24. He's been boxing since he was 12. And he developed this is why boxers have trainers and coaches, right? All these people have trainers and coaches. But see, like the only team that don't need trainers and coaches or out of any sport is the University of Miami. Just think about it. Everybody else needs trainers and coaches except University of Miami. We don't need trainers and coaches. It's the players' fault. Because Shakur Stevenson had to develop because he was looking bad. They took him out of the pound for pound. Did they not say that last night, little bro? Oh, what they said last night? He was no longer in the pound for pound before the fight, right?
Much.
And then after the fight, what they said? He got to get back in the pound for pound.
Yeah, he got to get back for pound for pound.
That came with development.
Because I clearly thought he wasn't gonna win because I looked at veterans. Because if you look at the fighters he fought, they look like they just was sweating. You know, but you look at what's the name when he fights somebody, those fighters look like they got hit in the face with a brick. But man, that role, he switched that role like I'm the veteran, you the doggone newbie. You know, that's what he changed. He changed roles, man, and he tore him apart. That wasn't even close, man. That man could for every one punch that man landed, he caught by 10. That was man. I didn't respect that out of him.
You know what? I'm gonna answer this last question for you. So you asked me, so Bryce Young wasn't a dog when he came out of high school. You did not listen to nothing I said. I can tell you just don't listen. Against the grain, did I say these guys weren't dogs? Did I say what did I say? Dogs need to be developed too, right? Is that not what I said?
Exactly.
Basically, dogs need to be developed. Vo, stop talking to me. Because
he got to kill that whole argument, bro. Because them kids good when they come in, but the fact of the matter is, like you're saying, you're talking about being the biggest dog in the yard. Everybody that's at Alabama was the big dog at their school or in their district or whatever. But then when you get there, you plan your position is up to a whole bunch of other big dogs too. So you got to put these kids in the best position to compete. You know, and they lose a couple players to the transfer portal too, but that winning is developing. What you like? How can you say that he's not developing them if they continue to win?
And they continue to get better. These players,
no matter who they lose to an injury or if somebody's suspended or something, the next person that they put in there can still be efficient.
You asked me how,
yes, they are developing.
You asked me how I get 4 dislikes, Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou buys dislikes for my channel. Like, serious. The other day,
this guy, that guy killed me, bro.
I had to block him. I had to block him.
This dude get on my nerves, man.
I had to block him again today. I don't say I leave him alone.
That man get on my nerves, man. That man ain't got no heat, bro. It's just every time I hear this man's name, it just drives me nuts because this man ain't got no facts, no nothing to back up. You a Georgia Bulldog. You won a championship back in 1980. I was in elementary school when y'all won that championship. I hope you watching this, man. Yo, stop with that trash, man. Always coming up on this channel, man. Ain't got no facts to back you up, man. Dude, kill me with that foolishness. Troll, man. That's all he is, a troll, bro. My nerves with that foolishness. Sorry about that, Zoe.
No, none of that means nothing when you you know what, bro? You good. I'm not gonna argue with you, Vo. I'm gonna let you keep your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. And I'm gonna move on from your opinion because your opinion
ain't even no opinion, Zoe.
No, I'm talking.
Ain't even no opinion.
I'm talking about the other dude that I'm talking about.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Lou. I'm about to say ain't no opinion.
No, I'm talking about somebody that's in the chat because his opinion is wrong. His opinion is wrong. His opinion is wrong, and my opinion is right. And it is what it is. My opinion is 100% right because everybody has. Does everybody have coaching? What do basketball players and football players work on in the offseason?
Just don't putting five first rounders in the draft every year, and you talking about he not developing his players. Come on, man.
What do football players work on in the offseason?
Their game.
They work on their game, developing their game, right?
Developing, they train with trainers.
Exactly. That's what they do. They work on development of skills. Like I'm not understanding, but I'm not even going. I ain't posting his comments no more. Like not today, because I ain't letting him get on my nerve. I'm about to get off in 4 minutes anyway. Because I got my Knicks play again. My Knicks play tonight at 7, and we 2-0 right now, so we gonna win the championship.
Damn. That's crazy.
We 2-0. Got 80 more games to go. We gonna win. Hey, when last time my Knicks been 2-0, man? We ain't been 2-0 about since Patrick Ewing was. I gotta ride this hill, man. So, hey, any last thing? I guess, Grant, I need to call you after this too. Hey, call me, man. You got my number?
I got your number.
Hey, I ain't gonna say what it is, but congratulations on the new position, my brother. You worked so hard.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
You work so hard at what you do, man. And I'm so proud. I hate to say proud of you because I know you can do it.
Nah, that's good. Hey, man, you know shoot, my mama say she was proud of me and stuff like sister and stuff like that. You know, it just everybody shocked how fast it came, but for me it wasn't because that's the skill set I bring to the job. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, they just heard and gave it to me, and then matter of fact, Friday I got sat down with Chili's. Now they want to talk about giving me the same position I got with the other restaurant with them. And I said, no, y'all had me 9 years. Now all of a sudden you want to come to me with this? Nah, we good, man. We good. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
That's like when I got mine, I was like, wow, you wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine wasn't expected either, man. When they, matter of fact, I was appointed it, and then I started getting texts and stuff like that saying what they want me to do. And I'm like, hold on, what's going on? Then I had to sit with our AD. She came to the store and said, yeah, this is why I promoted you. I was like, I ain't know nothing about this. I said, well, I ain't going to take no promotion until we discuss money and we discuss me having a set schedule, because every place I go to, I got to have a set schedule. I work my behind off Monday through Fridays. Saturday and Sundays, I ain't coming to work because, I'm daddy on those days. So that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, she made my thing and just told me, hey, I just need you to do one night shift. Oh, that's okay. That's what we talking about. Said the right amount of money I wanted. Okay. Meet my needs. That's why I'm trying to educate a lot of these cats out here to tell them right now is the perfect time to leverage yourself. everybody is hurting. Business-wise, everybody's hurting. If you had a job and you underpaid right now, feel underpaid, right now, nobody can stand to lose nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to go ahead and it's time to go ahead and evaluate yourself and just be like, it's time for y'all to get money. It's time to leverage yourself. That's what I do. You tell me, oh yeah, you want to give me this, and I'm looking at what's going on. Nobody can't really keep. Even a trucking company. I don't know if y'all read some of these trucking companies hire ex-convicted felons now. When have you ever heard of that?
And I'm
When
glad
have
of
you ever
that.
heard of that?
I'm glad of that because it gives you.
Me too. Because you
Yeah.
can't have these guys coming out on the streets and you tell them bad enough. So is what they do. They tell these complexes. They don't want to let you move in if you've been arrested. It used to be if you're a violent offender. Now it's like, oh, if you've been arrested, they don't want you moving in a complex. Okay, where they supposed to live at? Now you got to go get some female and move in with her and stuff like that. And she got to get the apartment and her name, and you're hoping that people don't find out that you live there without being on the lease. You know what I'm saying? And then you got them coming out. Because me, I give a lot of jobs of people that go to work release. When they go to work release, I go find those work release workers. They tell me, yeah, I'm at work release. Come on over here, man. I got a position for you over here. I've been hiring a lot of ex-cons and stuff like that. And you know what? 2 of them became managers.
Hey, we're
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
we're gonna do a show on this. You gotta get there. We're gonna do a show on that. I'm about to get off the first.
All right, bro. Well, hey, I'm gonna give you a call, bro, and I love you, man. And hey, keep up the great work. And if you ever pop up on those other little shows, you'll see me, bro. I always put you in there and say, y'all need to holler at Zoe. That's the GOAT. Because I think a lot of people fail to realize or forget you the one started this shit.
Yeah, and the Canes fan, like
you know what I'm saying?
They don't want to hear truthful shit. So it's all
yeah, you know, some people, you know, that's them. But they see, my thing is you embody a real Kane fan. The reason why I say that, because when you start getting loud, you start getting mad, that's passion. And that's what a Kane fan is all about, passion, bro. And you let it out. Some people just too soft and they can't handle that. And they just want to hear a little articulate, some little nonsense. No. That's passion right there, man. That's why I listen to you. I'll be at work listening to you, bro.
Mike
you know what I'm saying?
Mike Irvin and Ed Reed talk the same way. And it is what it is, though. Hey, against the grain, what you got to say before we get out here, man? What you got to say, man?
Shit, nothing much, man. Y'all catch me on Twitter in spaces. That's what I be on like during the week. But shit, just holler at me whenever you want, bro.
I'm gonna let you as soon as I get off.
What is it again? What is the Twitter again?
It's ATG Podcast _.
All right. I try to show support to everybody, man. All right, Zoe, man. Love you. Love my Kane family. You know, it was a really good win, man, but I'm out of here, man.
Hey, shut us down. Hey, shut us down. Hey, shut us down. Shut us down against the grain.
What you mean, bro?
Take us out. Take us out, man. Take us out.
Oh man, you put me on the spot, man. I don't know what you want me to say.
Whatever you want to say, take us out. Take us out.
Play the NWO music, the CWO music.
I can't do it right now because I gotta get it changed. But just whatever you want to say, like about next week game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just take us out. Blessings, whatever, how you want to do it. I'll tell you what, I'll let you do it next time. I'll just take us out. I didn't put you on the spot. Hey man, love you guys, man. Against the grain, Zoe, Ope, and everybody else that was on, man. I'll check you guys later on this week. We'll talk about the pit game, man. Always forever, man. CWO, man. We in this motherfucking building. I'm gonna throw a little shot at Against the Grain. And we actually beat the Wolfpack last night.
Man, beat the Panthers. Go Canes.
Go Canes, man. We out of here. Chill.